Ambassador Mrs. Mukta Datta Tomar, Honorable Dr. Annette Tabara, State Secretary to the Free and Hanseatic City of Hamburg, at the Federal Government, the European Union and Foreign Affairs, distinguished members of the Consular Corps, respected ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you and a hearty welcome on behalf of the Consulate General of India, Hamburg, on the occasion of the inauguration of this iconic building, which we can now finally and proudly call our own. And I'm sure that just like us, most of you must have had a wow effect on your lips as you entered this imposing building. Nevertheless, to begin with, I would like to seek your cooperation and request you to switch off your mobile phones to silent mode to avoid interruption during the program. We should get moving, and I would now like to start today's milestone event by requesting Mrs. Vimla Raigar, the wife of the Consul General, to welcome Her Excellency Ambassador Mrs. Mukta Datta Tomar and State Secretary Dr. Annette Tabara with a bouquet of flowers each. Thank you, Mrs. Raigar, for your kind gesture. We will now hear the national anthem of the Republic of India, followed by the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Germany. Coming up next will be words of welcome by Consul General Mr. Madanlal Raigar. I request Consul General Mr. Madanlal Raigar to come on stage to deliver his words of welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Bose, and I heartily welcome you all here in our new home. Before I say a few words, I would like to invite Ambassador Ma'am and State Secretary Dr. Annette Tabara on this stage, please. As a memorial, we just made one photograph of this building because it's an iconic. I just request both our dignitaries to unveil the photograph. And we have been graciously, ma'am, and just one moment, we have been graciously and so nicely, affectionately sent from the Hotel Hyatt a cake. I would like both of you dignitaries to please have that. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. Mr. Dr. Tabara. I'm really too excited to have this home office, which is just come as a dream come true for all of us here at the Consulate. Madam Ambassador, State Secretary Dr. Annette Tabara, my colleagues from the Council Corps, and all distinguished guests, my friends of India, and all my brothers and sisters from Indian diaspora. Namaskar, and a very good afternoon to all of you. I welcome you all here in this new office building of the Indian Consulate in Hamburg. And Madam Ambassador, your efforts to get this project approved from the government have been crucial. With your special intervention, the approvals have been received lightning fast. We are grateful to you for this. My sincere thanks goes to the Hamburg Senate, protocol, Especially, I wished our director protocol is here. She and her team has been wonderfully helping us throughout this project. And they were always there whenever we just wanted something to be done with the government. The Consulate Security Region of the Hamburg Police have also been kind enough to help us out whenever there was a call from us. So, thank you so much. Dr. Matthias Kleiser is here. Our notary helped us to juggle through the legal paperwork, and at times his advice and assistance have been very helpful to expedite things. Thanks, Dr. Kleiser. The professional relationship with our asset agent, Mr. Henrik Schulz from BNP Paribas, has been so good that while showing so many properties, he just became a Consulate family member. Thanks, Henrik, and please also convey our thanks and appreciation to the management of BNP Paribas. We wish all the very best to you for your new endeavor and new job. Mr. Luke Martin, the owner who was supposed to be here but he fell sick and he couldn't attend it, needs a special mention here too for his gentlemanly approach to all of our needs. He listened to and did understand most of our legitimate concerns. The cooperation we got from him in completion of the interior work has been praiseworthy. Thank you, Mr. Martin. So all of my consulate colleagues did their bit. However, I will not be doing justice to extraordinary hard work of some of my colleagues, which Mr. Ramesh, my consul and head of chancellery, Mr. Hitendra Kumar, Assistant Vice Consul, Mr. Joginder Singh, Administrative and Establishment Officer, and the last but not least, Mr. Parminder Singh Padecha. Parminder has been there with this project from the day one. These colleagues of mine have really done wonderful job to make this project a successful reality, despite so many hurdles. Well done, friends. This will be the fifth premises where Indian Consulate has been shifted to so far since 1952. The present building has been purchased by the Indian government. However, the previous one were rented buildings. This is a heritage building, and outside the building there is a plaque which reads, in 1899, the first Hamburg Public Library was founded by the Patriotic Society, and in 1908 to 1909, this was built as per the plans of Mr. Hugo Kohlhoefen. This red brick building has been built according to the Baroque style. For the first time in Germany, a library was built according to the English style, and the visitor had free access to the books. The building was damaged severely in 1945 and was rebuilt after the war. Though the public library was closed down long back and the building changed hands over the period of time, we are proud to own this heritage property and have its here our office. This is spacious, bigger, better, more secure and logistically well-equipped office building at heart of the city of Hamburg is a pride possession for the Indian government now. We all can expect betterment in performance of the consulate qualitatively, and I would like to tell the Indian diaspora present here that we will be able to serve you better. I wish and pray that this new possession will prove to be a landmark event for the consulate's relationship with all four northern states under the jurisdiction of this consulate, and especially for the Hamburg city-state. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Hamburg city-state for organizing India Week Hamburg since 2007. The next India Week Hamburg will be in 2019, for which planning group meetings have already been initiated by the Hamburg Senate. Last time round, due to space constraints, we were not able to have any of the events in our consulate. But now we can have some of the India Week Hamburg events here. I once again would like to thank all of you for sparing precious time on a working day, a Monday afternoon, and being part of this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your introductory remarks. I now have the pleasure to briefly introduce Her Excellency Ambassador Mrs. Mukta Datta Tomar to you. She was appointed Ambassador of India to the Federal Republic of Germany in April 2017. Since her joining the Indian Foreign Service, Mrs. Tomar has held several diplomatic assignments in Indian embassies in Madrid, Kathmandu, Paris, and Yangon. She has served at the Permanent Mission of India to the United Nations at New York. She was also Deputy High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh and Consul General of India in Chicago. Mrs. Tomar has served in the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi, in various divisions, including the Americas, and headed the Investment, Technology, Promotion, and Economic Division, Consular, Passport, and Visa, and Administration as well. I now invite Her Excellency Ambassador Mrs. Mukta Datta Tomar to deliver the inaugural address.
How beautiful is that? Actually, when you drive in, our eye level is just the first floor, the ground floor, and you don't really realize how beautiful the building is. And I think this is very nicely done, Mr. Riger. You can actually see the beauty of the building. So thank you for that. I would also like to associate myself with all your comments. I think well spoken, and I think it reflects everything that all of us who work for the government of India here want to see. So thank you for your comments. State Secretary Dr. Tabara, Consul General Riger, members of the diplomatic corps who I am particularly happy to see here today, distinguished guests, friends of India. I have the pleasure to formally inaugurate our new consulate premises in Hamburg today. Thank you, State Secretary Dr. Tabara, for being present with us today on this very significant occasion. I would like to begin by complimenting Consul General Shri Riger and the members of his team in the consulate, who have worked so hard to ensure the successful completion of this project. I would also like to thank the state and the federal authorities for their cooperation, their guidance and support throughout the entire process of this project. I must mention to you that when I called on Dr. Olaf Scholz, when he was Lord Mayor of Hamburg, I mentioned to him that we want to procure a property for our consulate, because at the moment we are operating on a very small premises, and we feel we are not able to connect as much as we would like to. And he just looked at his colleagues and said, we must do this. And I think Consul General mentioned that how fast things moved, and the cooperation that we got from the state of Hamburg was incredible, and thank you very much for that. Now, as you can see, we are here to stay in Hamburg. That is not all. We are here to expand and broaden our relations across diverse areas, not only with Hamburg, but also with the states of Schleswig-Holstein, Bremen, and Niedersachsen that are in the jurisdiction of this consulate. The consulate performs multidimensional functions, including in areas of trade and investment promotion, cultural interaction, and people-to-people exchanges. The consulate provides consular services and acts as a notary and civil registrar. The presence of a large Indian diaspora in the area makes community affairs an important responsibility of the consulate. India has a long history of close ties with Hamburg. Shipping lines have been operating between Kolkata and Hamburg since the second half of the 19th century, even before India was independent. There was also a Trade Commissioner's office in Hamburg representing British India. After diplomatic relations were established between India and the Federal Republic of Germany in 1951, the decision to open a consulate in Hamburg was conveyed by the then Indian ambassador to the Lord Mayor of Hamburg in April 1953. The consulate in Hamburg was opened shortly thereafter in June 1953 and was elevated to a consulate general in May 1957. The importance attached to relations with the state of Hamburg by India has been equally reciprocated by Hamburg. Which set up a representative office in Mumbai in 2011 and has two representatives in India in Mumbai and Hyderabad. Our engagement with Hamburg has been led by present Vice Chancellor and Federal Finance Minister, Mr. Olaf Scholz himself, who led a business delegation to India in 2012 as Lord Mayor of Hamburg. And I mentioned it to him when I met with him, and I would also like to mention to you that the fillip that it gave to trade and economic relations was unmatched. And we look forward to continuing with this engagement with Hamburg in the future. Likewise, we are also very engaged in our relations with the states of Schleswig-Holstein, Niedersachsen, and with Bremen. The natural flair and expertise of Hamburg and the Hanseatic region in trade and shipping, and the presence of modern industries such as aerospace, provides immense opportunities for cooperation with India. India's growth story as the fastest growing major economy in the world, and German technological expertise and manufacturing prowess makes us natural partners, a strong foundation for the strategic partnership that we entered into 18 years back in the year 2000. With this, I would like to declare the new premises of the Chancellery open.
Thank you, Madam, for your kind words. Let me introduce you to our next guest, the Honorable Dr. Annette Tabara, State Secretary to the Free and Hanseatic City of Hamburg at the Federal Government, the European Union, and Foreign Affairs. She's a lawyer by profession. From 2003 to 2005, she was Deputy Head of the German Pension Insurance Association. Her other assignments were as consultant and head of unit at the Federal Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs. From 2015, to 2018, she was head of staff of the Minister of State at the Federal Chancellor and Commissioner for Migration, Refugees and Integration. Since 2018, she is the State Secretary to the Free and Hanseatic City of Hamburg at the Federal Government, the European Union and Foreign Affairs. I now invite Dr. Tabara to come on stage to deliver her speech.
Excellency, Consul General, Madame Leyen, members of the Consulate Board, members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Free and Hanseatic City of Hamburg, I truly express my gratitude to be given the stage to contribute to this very special occasion, the opening of the new Consul General of India in this magnificent and historical building. It is an honor to speak in front of you and to put emphasis on the importance of the cooperation and friendship between Hamburg and India. And I'm proud to say that this friendship goes back centuries. The German federal government views India as a key actor and reliable partner in the Asian region. And we appreciate that India accepts its political and economic responsibility. Now, since 2011, the governments of both our countries have come together every 2 years for the Indo-German intergovernmental consulations. And during the latest consulations in May 2017, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chancellor Angela Merkel agreed to strengthen the strategic partnership between India and Germany. Germany is, in fact, the most important trading partner of India within the European Union, and it's the 6th most important partner worldwide. And we have not forgotten that after World War II, India was one of the first states to acknowledge the Federal Republic of Germany diplomatically. But today, please let me focus on the specific Indo-Hamburg relations. Mutual trade and maritime connections between the Indian subcontinent and Hamburg have been going on for around 400 years. The economic relations between Hamburg and India have intensified in the last years, and the bilateral trade volume has increased significantly. Today, there are more than 40 Indian companies based in Hamburg, and there are 94 companies from Hamburg based in India. In total, we have 465 companies from Hamburg who have economic relations with India. But it's not only the economy. Beside it, we share the same values. We share an understanding of some of the core principles of our political systems and societies. Even though being at a distance of more than 6,500 kilometers, this makes us alike. Now, in Hamburg, it seems to be widely known, and my staff told me everybody in the room will know it, but I didn't know it. I only read it in my script a couple of days ago, so I will mention it, and maybe it will make you laugh because we know it. But in Hamburg, we are always proud to repeat that the national anthem of India had its world premiere in the Hotel Atlantic in Hamburg in 1942. And we are also proud of the number of high-ranking state representatives that have visited Hamburg during the years. It was first in 1956 that the first Indian Prime Minister visited Hamburg, and in 2017, Narendra Modi came to our city in the frame of the G20. Today we have 3,460, I don't know, maybe 61, Indian citizens who live in Hamburg. This may not sound big to a country with 1.3 billion inhabitants, but I would like to point out that in Hamburg we appreciate and we also celebrate our multicultural society, and we're truly proud of every Indian who has chosen Hamburg as a place to live, or maybe even as a home. One example of the celebration, and the Consul General mentioned it already, is the biannual India Week in Hamburg, a platform of about 80 events and local initiatives to promote Indo-Hamburg cooperation. fact, it is true, the plannings for the India Week have already started, and it's important for us to work closely together in order to make sure that the upcoming India Week is going to be as successful as the ones in the past years. I'm very pleased to say that we're in very close and very good cooperation with the Consulate General, and your commitment is highly appreciated. Now, the Consulate General of India in Hamburg opened in the 1950s, and today the relocation into this building seems, for the Senate, seems to be a statement in itself. It means an increase in political representation and an Indian presence in our city. It is indeed a most welcome sign for the importance of Hamburg and the region as India's partner and friend, and hopefully also for an intensification of our strong, already existing cooperation. Since the opening, we accomplished around 66 years of Indo-Hamburg commitment and cooperation, and this is indeed a reason to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, the new residence of the Consulate General of India is placed in the heart of the city, between the Old Town and St. Pauli, in the beautiful district Hamburg-Neustadt. The building we're gathered in has a great historical background. It was designed by an award-winning German architect named Kohlhoefen, and being from Hamburg, Mr. Kohlhoefen has designed a number of churches, pastorates and public buildings in and around Hamburg, such as the Synagogue, the Luther Church and the German Sailors' Home, all in Hamburg-Neustadt. But his work can also be found outside the city, as far as Kohlhoefen, Lübeck and even Hamburg. Now, this building was constructed between 1907 and 1909, and it was originally used, as you mentioned it already, as a German first library, with an open access for Hamburg's inhabitants to its stock. In fact, the reason for its construction and the location chosen is because of the former so-called Patriotic Society. The society was founded in 1765, and it's the oldest civil society organization in the German-speaking region. In 1899, the Patriotic Society founded this municipal library in the district with a stock of 6,000 books. In need of a large public and representative site, this building was carefully designed and then constructed. You may have seen the owl in the top of the entrance when you came in. The owl is symbolic for the motto of the Patriotic Society. It stands, I think, almost everywhere in the world for wisdom and intelligence. Today, it serves us as a reminder of the historical background this building has. And this impressive new Baroque construction also portrays some of the most significant characteristics of the Hamburg native style, namely the Baroque shapes and the clinker facades. It is purposely associated with community centers from the 18th century. The three arcs, with their granite pillars, perfectly reflect the intention of this building, in the past as well as today, as the Consulate General of India, as being representative and open to all citizens. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, I think you picked the perfect place for your new residence, and I'm confident that it will always remain an open house with an open and welcoming culture to everyone. I wish you all the best, and please never hesitate to contact me, my staff, my colleagues, in case you need assistance. It is all really heartfelt again. Now, let's proudly look back at the past 66 years of our partnership and even look more forward to a promising mutual future. Thank you very much for your attention.